Parents, let me start with something that may shock you. Did you know that 1 in 2 kids is living with a chronic health condition? That's right, half of our children are struggling with asthma, allergies, ADHD, autism, autoimmune conditions, sensory processing disorders, or some other ongoing health issue. What's even scarier is that a meta-analysis of multiple studies showed that the number of kids that are being medicated with antipsychotic medications has gone up anywhere between 50 to 200% in the last 20 years. So not only do we have sicker children, but we have sick children who are being medicated at an even younger age. So how does that cycle even start? Well, it all starts with a diagnosis. It starts with a label. Have you noticed that no one in the conventional healthcare model actually asks why? They don't dig deep. They don't ask what may be causing your child's health conditions or struggles. But let me tell you what they do. What usually happens is you present to a doctor with particular symptoms. They slap a diagnosis or a label on them, from ADHD to anxiety to migraines to sensory processing disorders, whatever it may be. And then they hand you a lovely prescription and they send you on your way. But here's the truth, mom and dad. The label that they give you doesn't actually heal your child. The labels don't calm the chaos in your home. They don't help your child sleep, speak, focus, or even bring that smile back again. They are just words, not solutions. It can even be frustrating in the natural health world. Sometimes you get complex diagnoses like Lyme disease or PANDAS or PANS and COMT mutations and various things, and you're suddenly felt like you're feeling stuck, like you'll be managing this condition forever, instead of finding real solutions, real answers. At the end of the day, every parent that I meet is asking one desperate, aching question. What is actually going on with my child? And you deserve an answer, not another pill, not another label, not another dead end. Now, don't get me wrong. A diagnosis can sometimes be helpful. It can help you unlock services like speech therapy or occupational therapy. It can help unlock insurance coverage. Sometimes when your schools or other programs are not taking you seriously, this can provide a level of legitimacy. But there is another side to it, what we call like the dark side of labels. Kids, instead they see themselves as broken. Instead of being, I have autism, it becomes, I am autistic. Or this label becomes their identity. And then they can slip into this victim mentality, expecting less of themselves, feeling like change isn't actually possible. And the label often becomes their ticket to a lifetime of prescriptions or a medication dependency. And worst of all, doctors stop looking for the root cause. They stop asking why, and they just focus myopically on the label. But what if we flip the script? What if instead of focusing on labels, we start focusing on the performance of the nervous system? What if instead of masking symptoms, we worked at regulating and balancing the system that controls every cell, every tissue, every organ? And then you see improvement in digestion, focus, emotions, development, anything. Because here's the truth. The nervous system is the master control system of the body. And when it's stuck in stress or dysregulation or it's exhausted, that's when we see symptoms come out. That's when we see the kids spiral into anxiety, sensory issues, sleep disturbances, and more. But when we focus on restoring balance, when we help the nervous system function the way it's supposed to, the way it's designed to, then we see kids adapt to stress better, we see them be more resilient to the stressors of life, and then most importantly, we see them thrive again. Parents, if you're tired of collecting more labels and more medications, it's time to flip the script. It's time to stop chasing diagnoses and let's start improving the functionality and the performance of your child's nervous system by going after the root cause. So if you want to learn more about how neurologically focused chiropractic care can help optimize and restore calm and resiliency and regulation in your child's nervous system, click the link in our bio, comment on this video, or even send us a message right now. Because your child is not their label. They are so much more than that, and given the right approach, their story can be rewritten.